I really enjoy Battlefield. Battlefield games have always been a big part of my life ever since my brother brought home his gaming PC and hooked up Battlefield 2 when I was only 9 years old, and we played Battlefield 2 till like 3 a.m. one night. It was a great night, and I remember it still today. I remember the exact maps we played. I remember the stupid stuff we did on, I think it was the big map with the islands in the middle and such. Like there was a US base, and there was water, and then there was an island, and then there was a second island that was like the Russian base. It was a really good experience. And I played a lot of Battlefield 2, and I played a lot of Battlefield Play for free as well when I was a kid. And in these games, everybody was talking. Everybody was communicating to each other and having a good time, and it felt like a very hardcore experience as well, because I felt as if the learning curve was huge at the time to get good at that game. And as a kid, maybe it wasn't so big, but it was intimidating to me at the time just because I was rather new to a Battlefield type shooter. And I love every Battlefield game to date. I didn't play much Hardline, but I enjoyed the gameplay when I did. I played a lot of Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, and I enjoyed the hell out of those games. Those games are probably in my top 10 games list. And even Battlefield 1, I really enjoy playing Battlefield 1. It's one of the most fun games that I've ever played, and it's just action-packed and fun and chaotic. But most people, actually, don't like it the same way I do. They feel as if it's a shallow, casual, and shell of a shooter. And why is that? Why do other people think differently than me? And I looked at this in a very objective way, because I like to be proved wrong, I guess is the best way I can describe myself. I like to look at other people's opinions and go, okay, why are they thinking differently than me? Because I feel as if Battlefield was a really, really fun game, but I also understand why some people would call it shallow, casual, and a shell of a shooter. So I interviewed a lot of different people. I've actually asked a lot of questions in the past week to a lot of different players from my community, from my close friends, and I've interviewed basically about 20 to 30 people, asking them, why do you feel like Battlefield 1 is a shallow, casual, and shell of a shooter game? One of the main reasons was that there's no detailed weapon customization. People are very closely knit to their guns. People back in the Battlefield 4 day, I remember, would be almost like religious to a certain weapon. They would go, the SRR-61 is the best sniper rifle in the game, no doubts. I will kill you and murder your family if you disagree. Oh, no, 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 Dragon Slayer 69 says. The M416 is the best assault rifle in the game and does a much better job of playing the objective than a sniper would ever do. Then Level Cap comes in and he goes, no guys, what's the gun? The Ace-23 is the best assault rifle in the game. Back in the good days of Battlefield, you had the Battlefield friends. You had people that were so close-knit in this community that they created a cartoon. One of the best and funniest cartoons I've ever watched in my entire life. Every episode was so relatable, and every episode was unique and good. The community that surrounded these objectively good games was also an objectively healthy community. It wasn't a cancerous community on Reddit that just complained about the game all the day. And now tons of Battlefield YouTubers have moved on to that thing, or this thing. What? Really? Another thing that is almost dying in modern day gaming is the use of voice chat. Voice chat is barely ever used anymore in a game like Battlefield. You go and play some Battlefield 1 for, I would say, 8 hours in a day, you'll probably end up with one squad that might have a guy that's talking and wanting to chat in the squad chat. And that's sad. And this brings me back to the days of Halo 2. Halo 2 was the stupidest and craziest community, but it was one of the most entertaining ones as a kid. I was probably like 5 or 6, or maybe even 7 when I started playing Halo 2, whenever we would go the 3-hour drive to College Station to go up to my brother's college house in College Station, Texas, where they went to Texas A&M. And they had this Xbox, and I would play on this Xbox, and I was terrible at Halo 2 online as a kid, but I enjoyed it so much, even though there'd be these people that were like just talking absolute trash about me because I was a squeaker and I was a young kid at the time. Who is this Drewski kid, man? He doesn't even know how to play Halo. You better get him out right now. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I can talk to people that are across the world, and I can play Halo with them like they're sitting on the same couch as me. And in Battlefield today, silence. Nothing. People have microphones. They have a headset. Every PC gamer, every console gamer has a headset, and they still don't talk through their microphones. Yet in games like Siege, if you play a ranked match, I mean, we regularly play with a 4-man team, so we always have a 5th random person that joins us in a ranked match. That 5th random person usually has a 90% chance of having a microphone. Why on a game like Siege do people talk through their microphones but not in Battlefield? This is because Siege requires communication. Siege has such advanced and intertwining gameplay that one person cannot know the entire situation by themselves. They can't look at the minimap and say, oh, I know where every enemy is within a 30-meter radius, so I know exactly what to do right now. You actually have to require others' information before making a move in a game like Siege. It's ironic how Siege can be located in just a single building, while Battlefield can be located in an entire village area with open fields and skyscrapers, yet Battlefield's combat feels so much more predictable and so much more understandable when Siege is just so hard to master. And when nobody uses voice chat, it feels as if everybody is disconnected and everybody just ends up being a casual player because there's no communication, there's no teamwork that really goes into the game. There's teamwork in the form of 10 players grouping up in one squad and then rushing through a door, throwing frag grenades and grenade spamming everywhere. But in the end, is that teamwork, or is that just a congregation of players doing the same thing as the person in front of them is doing? And there's games out there that have extremely similar gameplay mechanics as to Battlefield, where the chance of someone using voice communication is a 95% chance. And these are games that really show teamwork. They actually have teamwork between squads, between different groups of people, and even within those squads they have teamwork as well. Squad allows you to talk in proximity to any player on your team, and this extremely helps in certain situations and also makes very entertaining situations as well. I'll suppress a little bit, move up, just move up past me. Did you just get direct hit? I heard. Whoa, he's at the entrance.
Dick. Ass in the mouth. Motherfucker.
It's alright, fire truck, you'll be okay. We got a medic.
Goddamn sweater vest wearing, mullet having, Kentucky waterfall slobbering, goddamn
hey,
fucking
hey,
cocksucker.
hey, add friendly content.
Penis.
Add friendly content.
You're a fluffy bear with a flower on you.
Oh,
He looks like he's a slug from here.
Let me enjoy this. I took this out.
I'll take 2 number 9, number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45, cheese, and a large soda.
Woo! Got him. Through the wall.
Oh my God, I was like, no, you should drive. No, I'm going. And then that's...
No, no, no. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Alright. Oh!
Are you kidding me? You didn't even hear the voice. He doesn't hear it.
What's up?
Nothing. Just saying you look pretty cute today.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody in this game talks. It's rare to find a person that is not using a microphone, and some people even require microphones just for you to be able to even join a squad. This game is hilarious. It's stupid, but also it's one of the best examples of modern day teamwork in a video game. It's extremely basic how it works. The average person, the average player that isn't a squad leader only has 2 channels. They have the local chat where they can talk to people within a 20 to 30 meter radius, and this voice also gets quieter or louder the closer it gets to other players. They also have a squad radio chat where they can instantly talk to everybody only within their squad, which is a maximum of 9 players. The squad leader also has an extra channel, which is the only channel that can connect to other squad leaders' channels as well. And this works flawlessly. I mean, this is one of the best voice over IP communication systems in a game, and this inhibits the feeling of a casual player base because you actually hear everybody talking, you actually hear them communicating, you can actually call out a contact and have people listen to you. Unlike Battlefield, where it's beginning to feel like you're just playing with a squad or an entire team of AI bots against another team of AI bots because nobody communicates other than shit talking in the text chat. Let's say Battlefield 2018 is just your standard Battlefield game. It's a modern day shooter. There's tanks, there's aircraft, there's helicopters and such. There's the same squad system that we have in every Battlefield game, where there's up to 5 people in every squad. But instead of only being able to talk to your squad, you can also talk locally to every single teammate in the entire game. Enemies can't hear you, but your teammates can. So if you're at a door, you can say, hey, there's a guy at the opposite side of the door on the left side, and your teammates can go, okay, thanks for telling me that, throw the grenade, kill the guy. When you're running in a crowd of players and you're about to attack an objective with a group of 10 people, instead of it just being a headless chicken mob of like person after person following each other, you have one person say, hey, let's actually move to flank while you guys go and attack the main area. 3 players wave off of the group of 10 and 7 goes to do the main attack while 3 players flank. These are just small examples of what happens in games like Squad, when in Battlefield, it doesn't happen at all. Everybody works like a mob of people, or they work like a lone wolf. There's nothing in between. And this is why Squad, the game I've been talking about right now, is a spiritual successor to Project Reality Battlefield 2, which is a direct modification of Battlefield 2 that has enabled, since the starting date of this mod, this type of voice communication. The developers even used, I believe, Mumble, this third-party program, to create this voice over IP communication system where people could talk within a local chat as well as a squad or command channel. And remember, this is just a mod for a game. This wasn't developed by any big EA type company. And usually mods are made by the players for the players. And games like CSGO were built from a mod. Games like PUBG were built from a mod. That in itself shows just how powerful mods to games can be. And if there's a big enough community that moves towards something like Project Reality Battlefield 2, why hasn't EA tried to do anything that is even similar to Project Reality Battlefield 2 in a AAA title? When I play Rust and I'm hiding inside my base and there's people outside my base screaming profanities at me trying to annoy me to come out, it is almost annoying, but it's also refreshing because my brain pictures these players that are outside my base as pure enemies, and I have more hate for them than I usually would just the average player that just wanted to raid my base. It makes it personal, it makes it scary, and it makes it fun. Because if you get onto your roof, shoot down at the players, and kill them both, you feel really good. You're like, yeah, I gotcha. Don't camp my door again, boys, bad kids, nincompoop. If I were to have a too long didn't read of this entire probably 15-minute video, I would just say people feel as if Battlefield is casual because the player base is casual. The voice system currently limits you to only 5 people that you can talk to at one point in time. If you want to talk to somebody else in the game, you have to join a different squad. In games like Squad, you can hear everybody's voices, and so naturally as a player, you're inspired to talk. It's a more sociable situation where it's not awkward to say something in the voice chat. Because here in Battlefield, nobody is communicating. Especially playing Arma 3 as a Zeus and having teams that don't have radios go against teams that do have radios, this is a perfect example of just how much communication matters. It's hilarious to see a team that just simply doesn't have radios get slaughtered by the team that does have radios. And even in our Arma 3 public event that we hosted about a month ago, there were perfect examples of how miscommunication or lack of communication ended up killing an entire operation for one side. Communication is everything. It makes the game fun, it makes it competitive, and it makes it stupid. It makes it like dumb. I think that people might say, but I don't want to hear kids talking shit in my chat box. But you could implement a system where if someone's being annoying or trolling and such, you could just point at them in game or get to them on the scoreboard, click a single keystroke, and have them muted or unmuted depending on whatever you want. When I was 7 years old and people were calling me bad words over the internet on a good old Halo 2 on the original Xbox, man, it was the best experience of my life. I had so much fun doing that. Now I'm 20 years old and I'm looking back and trying to figure out, like, why don't younger kids play games like Battlefield 1? And that's mostly because of the fact that nobody talks. There's none of that fun communication anymore that you get out of games that have that localized voice over proximity chat like Rust or Squad. Then there's the games that also require such communication so much that people are almost forced to talk, like Rainbow Six Siege. Even though it's not proximity chat, which kind of lessens the immersion a little bit, the game is immersive in different ways, like its combat and its complexity over the fact that you're being immersed into that world as a soldier in that game. So what are you guys' thoughts about this? Because I've been thinking about making this video for about 6 months, and today was the day where I just snapped and I was like, yep, this is the day I'm gonna make this video. This is the day where I criticize Battlefield constructively as I can, as objectively as I can, and also put in a little bit of my experience as a gamer and as a 7-year-old squeaker on Halo 2. So yeah, what do you guys think? Should squeakers be on Halo 2? Or should Club Penguin come back again? You guys answer me in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one, boys. No. No way. It's back. It's back. February 16th, 2018. Wait for it. Boom. Boom. Bada bing. Oh, wait, shoot. I gotta put stuff on this one. All in one spot, yeah. Oh, man, it's going faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Oh, it's hot sauce this time. This person's crazy. Oh, yes. Oh, shoot, needs more. Oh, gosh. No hot sauce. Shoot, that's so fast. How do you do that? 2, 3, 4. Shoot, dude, it's so fast. You can't do it in that time. No.